What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel, and today I want to talk about the Pokemon Presents that we are slated to get this week. Yeah, that's right. There is going to be a Nintendo presentation this month. It's just not going to be the one we had all hoped and maybe posted a video about happening. I don't know who would do that, though. Point is, it's going to be nice to get an update on some new Switch games because that release lineup right now is looking so bare for the OG Switch. Obviously, Legends ZA is set to be the biggest Switch game you'd imagine left for the system. So I'm really excited to see what they have in store for this game because obviously we haven't seen any of it. We only got a teaser trailer this time last year that literally had no gameplay and only had the information that it would be based on, the X and Y world and it would have mega evolutions in it. Other than that, we know nothing about this game, so I'm really excited to get a closer look at that, and maybe they'll have another surprise in store. So I thought it'd be fun to come on, give some quick predictions and hopes, and we'll see if I'm right come Thursday morning. I want to preface this by saying I am not like a huge Pokemon guy. I'm a fan of the games for sure, and I'm actually a big fan of the TCG, not only as a collector but as a competitor. I do really like the competitive scene. I watch the streams on YouTube. I listen to a podcast about it. I play the game on my computer, so I am actually kind of a nerd when it comes to that, but I'm not a huge overall Pokemon guy. So if anything I say is wrong or sounds weird, that's why, because I don't know all the terms. I don't know all the inside stuff that other people might know about Pokemon and about upcoming games and content and all of that stuff. So I apologize if I get anything wrong or if I say a prediction and it's so obviously not going to happen. I'm kind of just spitballing here. Now let's get into what I think we could see at this Pokemon Presents. We'll start off with all of the random crap that Pokemon puts at the beginning that I couldn't give less of a care about. If you're a Unite fan or a Go fan or whatever fan, much respect to you. I don't care. I'm sorry. That's mean. The point I'm trying to make here is I know nothing about them. I'm sure they'll be here in some sort of regard. They'll have an event. It'll be cool for all you guys who like them. There's a rumor on the TCG side that we're getting a Team Rocket set this year, and perhaps they will reveal it at this presentation. That'd be pretty cool. Obviously, how can you not love Team Rocket? Excited to see what cards we could get from that because we are getting a whole trainer expansion, if that makes sense. They're bringing back the trainer cards where the guy's face is on the Pokemon card, and some of the cards are pretty bad, but some of them seem pretty OP, so it'll be a fun expansion. But I hope if there is a Team Rocket set, there's some cool cards, there's some competitive cards. It'll be cool to get a look at that if that truly is going to happen at this Direct. I don't really know if it will. I don't know if those are substantial rumors, but I've heard a lot of people talk about them. We'll see. Okay, let's get into the big kahuna that we know is going to be at this Pokemon Presents, and that's Pokemon Legends. Ooh, did I spit? That's so gross. What the hell? The Pokemon, I had a little dribble, I think. Now let's get into the big kahuna at this Presents. Pokemon Legends ZA. I'd be absolutely floored if we don't see this game at the Pokemon Presents this Thursday. It's been a year, obviously, since they revealed it, and it has been radio silent on the Legends ZA front since then. I don't even think we've had really any rumors or leaks for this game. It has been a complete mystery what this game is about, what Pokemon are in it, if it's similar graphically or mechanically to Legends ZA. We would assume. We don't know. I think it's going to be pretty similar to Legends ZA. I can't see it being a huge departure from that formula, and I hope it's not because I really loved Legends ZA. I think I put 100 hours into that game. It was the first Pokemon game really ever where I felt compelled to catch all the Pokemon, to fill out the Pokédex, to do all these different side quests and stuff to earn points, in the logbook and do just about everything there was to do in that game. It was really fun. The gameplay loop was so addictive. So I'd rather them not stray from that Legends Arceus formula if I could have it my way. Mega Evolutions are going to add a nice little extra layer into the gameplay, which I will admit the gameplay was a little bit simplistic, but it's Pokemon, that's kind of how it is. So Mega Evolutions will add a little bit of a extra dimension into the gameplay that you've had with the mainline games and some of the recent entries. I also adore Mega Evolutions. I think that was such a cool gimmick back in X and Y, so I'm stoked that it's coming back. That's going to be so cool. I hope they make a Mega Lechonk or a Mega Oink Oink or whatever his evolution is. That's always my hope. Give me some more Lechonk content. I really hope the game looks good. I don't want this to be another classic Game Freak situation where we see the game for the first time and we're kind of just like, ugh. I want this game to look good. I know there's a limit because it's a Switch game, but I really hope the extra time they've taken to kind of fine-tune this game, it seems, because we didn't even get a Pokemon game last year. So I hope they've taken this extra time to make this game look as good as it can. I wasn't like the biggest hater of the art style in Pokemon Legends Arceus. I thought it was kind of nice. The cell shading kind of fit the theming, and I didn't think it looked as bad as some people did. I thought the Pokemon models looked really good, but I would like an upgrade from it if possible. And if this is really going to take place in a city, which is kind of what it seemed like was going to be the gimmick of this one given the teaser trailer we saw last year, it should be easier, you'd think, to kind of contain everything in these set areas rather than have these big open sprawling areas to catch Pokemon. Not to say I don't want to see that return, but perhaps it will be a few smaller areas that you explore, a few more contained parts of the city, and that might make it a little easier to get the frame rate better, to get the graphics better. I hope so. I just want this game to look as good as it can and to run as good as it can, because I don't want another Pokemon graphics debate with this game. I just want it to come out. I want it to be good. I want everyone to celebrate it because I think it's going to be a really fun time. I had so much fun watching YouTube videos, watching guides, watching discussions while I was playing Legends Arceus back in 2022. I want that again. I don't know, I'm rambling, but the point is, I hope that they've taken the extra time to really polish this game and make it the best looking Pokemon game we've ever had. Release date is an interesting discussion. I thought this was going to be a November game. I think I said that back in my Switch 2 predictions video that I did in September. Talk about jumping the gun to September for that video. In that very video, I said, we're about to get a Switch 2 announcement, so I better make this quick. Didn't happen. Took 4 more months until we got to even see the console. Regardless, I think I said in that video that I thought Legends ZA was coming out in November, because that does kind of feel like the Pokemon month. I think Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl was November. The 2 mainline games on the Switch were November. So I thought Legends ZA would follow suit. But there's been some rumors that it might come out as early as July, which would be awesome. I'm hoping for that, obviously. I had no expectations that this thing would come out anytime soon, but if we could potentially get it in the next few months, that would be awesome. So I'm hoping for that. But in terms of a prediction, I'm going to throw my hat in the ring of September. July obviously would be awesome, but I'm going to temper my expectations and say I think we get this game early fall. But whenever we get it, I'm super excited. I hope it looks good. Please make this be even better than Legends ZA, Game Freak. I have a little bit of faith in you because Legends ZA was so good. I've got 2 more things I want to mention. First, are we going to get black and white remakes? I think it could make sense. I think people are downplaying the possibility of some sort of other game being announced at this Pokemon Presents. We know Game Freak loves to have multiple games come out in the same kind of time period. They love to announce multiple games in the same time period. I could definitely see the fact that we've had such a long gap suggests not only that Legends ZA was getting extra time, but that they were also working on something else in the background. And it could be black and white remakes done by ILCA, the same team that did Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Now, would I want that? Would I want ILCA to remake black and white? I don't know. I didn't really like Brilliant Diamond. I got it like half off a year after launch, and I still kind of felt disappointed in it, even at that price tag. I don't know why. It's just very like blah to me. That game, that art style, the glitches still being there. I just can't get into it. I don't know why. The other sort of release that people are talking about are the retro Pokemon games, whether it be putting them on NSO, just dropping them on the eShop, or, as some stupid 4chan rumor said, package them all together in a physical collection, which obviously would be very cool, but is like never going to happen. What are we doing here? People are like trying to pretend like that 4chan rumor where it's just like a big line of text about Pokemon remakes is real. And I'm just like, guys, what are we doing? It's 2025 and we're still believing random 4chan rumors? I don't get it. The only time I can remember a 4chan rumor being real was in, I think, 2015, April 2015. The April 1st Direct got leaked on 4chan. And not even leaked in terms of its details, but just leaked in terms of it happening. Because that was a weird day where like they announced it in the middle of the day. Very crazy times. But I think it first got some steam on 4chan for whatever reason, and it happened to be right. Since then, I don't think a single 4chan leak has been correct for Nintendo news whatsoever. I don't think that's going to happen this time, unfortunately. As cool as having, I think the rumor was that it was going to be a $60 collection with 8 games on it, which I think if the Pokemon Company was going to release 8 games in a single cartridge, it would be like $300. Like, I can't see that happening whatsoever. I want it so bad. Like, that would be awesome, but I just can't see that happening in any world, unfortunately, because it's like the Pokemon Company never does this, Nintendo never does this. It would just be like so out of left field, which maybe means it's going to happen because it's been a weird 2 years for Nintendo and Pokemon, but I can't see it. I think we're going to get the retro games on NSO next year for the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. I don't think this year is the year we're going to get them. I think next year at the February Pokemon Presents, we'll get that announcement. We'll get an announcement of Generation 10, or I think that's the one we're in right now. I don't think this year is the year we're going to get them, which is so funny because it would take like 2 seconds probably to put them on NSO, but I digress. I don't think this is the year we're going to get those, but I do think we're going to get some sort of other game. Maybe it's a spin-off. Maybe it's Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee 2. Maybe it's a Black and White remake, but I think we're going to get some other game to close this Presents. I don't think it's going to be Generation 10. Again, I think that makes a lot of sense for the 30th anniversary, but I think we'll get some sort of smaller spin-off type of game. Maybe that comes out in November. Maybe that's a January of next year kind of release, but I do think we're going to get that in some capacity, and that's going to be the big like new announcement at this Presents. Well, my phone died, so I had to let it charge. Thankfully, I don't have much else to talk about. That's basically it. I think we're going to get a lengthy look at Legends ZA, and then we'll also see a good look at a remake, probably of Black and White, and probably one that everyone's disappointed in, and probably one that will come out later this year. Other than that, I think it'll be a fun Pokemon Presents, if not the fireworks that I think some people are expecting. I think next year maybe we'll deliver on that hope. If you're one of those people who want the retro remakes, if you're one of those people who want the next generation, I think 2026 is going to be the year for you. But who knows? Maybe we're going to get some big surprises at this event. Regardless, I am super excited. I'll be watching at Thursday at 9 a.m. and I'll probably be on here to talk about what we saw when we do indeed see it. But with that, that is the end of the video. Let me know in the comments section below, what do you think we're going to see at this Pokemon Presents, and what do you want to see at this Pokemon Presents? Let me know down below in the comments. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that big fat button, share this video with all of your friends who might like to watch it. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one.